Hello, and welcome to Talk This.
It's dangerous to podcast alone.
I'm one of your hosts, Madelyn.
I'm your other host, Emma.
And we're here for another one of our What Have You Played This Week side quests.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic that I can never remember what we actually call them. Save data?
Save data.
Right, my memory card isn't working today, apparently.
Uh-huh.
So we're back here with one of our save with no D on the end. I'm going to comment on this every week, apparently.
Yes, you
Because
are.
I'm 80 years old. Our save data side quests. And it's a Thanksgiving side quest.
Yeah.
So I want to take this opportunity, before I forget, to thank all of you listeners out there. We're so grateful to you for taking the time out of your week, out of your day, out of whenever you listen to, however often you listen to our podcast, to listen to our podcast. This time last year, Talk This was not even a glimmer in our eye.
Yeah.
So it's kind of amazing that we've now been doing this for 10 months or so, and almost 50 episodes, and thanks for coming along for the ride with us.
Yeah. And we've got a special Black Friday deal. Our podcast remains free.
You can get 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
You can get 47 or something, or however many there are, for the price of 1.
For the price of 1.
It's incredible.
By the way, there are some crazy gaming deals this Black Friday. Like, you're probably still too poor to afford this, but GameStop is selling PlayStation 4s for $200 with a free $50 GameStop gift card.
Oh, I thought I saw that deal when I was watching football the other night, but I was like, that can't be what I think it is.
Yeah.
But then I would have to... the real problem is not so much that, like, I couldn't afford that, as it is that I would then have 2 gaming systems when I don't even really have room for one. So that's the real issue.
I saw that deal. I was like, wow, they're really selling that thing.
This is not a sponsored ad, folks. We're just
I know.
throwing
I'm
this.
sorry. I'm not. It's not a sponsored ad, but it's just like, it's just so, like, what a good deal. Jesus.
I know. Well,
they
the
really
PS4...
want you to buy it from them, not Amazon.
Well, yeah. But the PS4 is... I mean, the Xbox just released sort of a new Xbox One, right?
Yeah, the PS4 did also.
Oh, but this has got to be like the old one, right?
Yeah, it's the PS4 Slim, I think, they're selling.
Okay.
So it's like
they love
not the
PlayStation
oldest
things.
version, but yeah, both the Pro and the Xbox One X, the Xbox, are really not viable purchases for anyone, but like they don't work any better unless you have like the best quality TV. You know, like you need like, you know, your 4K plasma crazy TV for it to really do anything. And like, it looks great when you play it on that, but that's like, you know, $20 billion approximately. Pretty sure it's somewhere around there.
So you're telling me that my 18-inch Westinghouse that I only recently figured out how to change its menus from French to English, and that I only got a remote for, like, yesterday. You're telling me that might not be the ideal configuration.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Huh. Well, so much for that. So, Emma, other than drooling over Black Friday deals, what have you been playing this week? 2 weeks.
I'm so far into the school semester right now that it's like mostly my free time has been spent like staring at the ceiling, knowing I should be doing work, but not wanting to. So I've been playing Existential Crisis, the game. I made it up myself.
That would sell. If you made that as sort of a gag game on mobile, people would buy that. It'd probably get a lot of coverage. And all it would have to be is just a live feed of your ceiling.
Yeah, for sure.
If
but no, I bought a PlayStation Network game that looked like, it's not anything particularly special, but it's called Icy, and it's sort of one of those meta games that are becoming so popular, of like, it's like a side scroller, and there's a narrator, and he's like, follow the arrow. Icy continued to follow the arrow, but of course you don't always have to follow the arrow, and the narrator gets upset with you when you don't.
Interesting. I'm still thinking about existential despair, the game. I'm sorry, it crept in.
But yeah, like, you can go like so far off path, and you get to like a wall, and the narrator's like, I told Icy that these doors would not open until she defeated Thor in the village, and now Icy has successfully wasted everyone's time.
Well, that is better than sort of the usual. I don't think I've played. What was I playing this week? Oh, okay. So I was playing Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep this week, because the person I'm trying not to spoil is away, so I can play it as much as I want. And every once in a while, like, I'm not very good about keeping track about where I am in the world, and also sometimes I space out a little bit during some of the scenes, and don't pay attention to where I'm supposed to go next. Just when they seem like not important, I'll be like, oh, like, let me answer this email while this scene plays out. But it came back to bite me in Neverland, because I ran around forever, not knowing where I was supposed to go, and ignored where I was supposed to go because I thought I had previously saved where I thought. Anyway, the point being, when games like give you a little pop-up message when you're trying to go the wrong way, I'm like, oh, I should probably save the princess first, or go here first. It's like, well, that doesn't really make sense. It probably makes more sense to have the narrator scold you than it does to have, like, your inner Jiminy Cricket be like,
Well, you know, it sort of does. It's like, maybe they're, like, in a panic. They gotta get somewhere really fast. They're like, no, this is the wrong way. I've got to go this way. You know? That's maybe
true,
what it is.
Except that the rest of the game doesn't operate that way. Like, if you're getting pop-up messages every once in a while being like, quit dilly-dallying, like, let's actually go do this, then yeah.
Yeah.
But I can run around in the general right direction forever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I think the narrator scolding you makes more sense.
I find it especially funny when you like go back to worlds, because some of them like you can only access with a certain character, certain areas, right? Mm-hmm. Like they get access to different parts of the world, and I really love it when you like are running towards something and the character goes, "There's nothing over there." It's like, yes, there is. There's stuff. There definitely is. It's very funny. And I have also, because I went on a plane, picked back up my critical Fire Emblem Fates games.
Yes.
Yeah. And, like, I'm playing on casual, right? But, like, in my Conquest game, it's honestly everything I can do for all of my units not to die in a level. At this point. It's like, I got, like, to, like, there's just, like, I had 1 unit left and, like, 5 more enemy units. And I was like, crap. I just had him go out in a blaze of glory. But then I had to start the level over because I didn't have any more units that could fight.
How does anyone get through that on, like, the normal mode?
I don't know. They must. They just are better than me. That's how they get through it. Or luckier, I guess. I don't know.
That's the harsh reality.
But it's like, at like certain points, like there are units that, like, if you lose, like the rest, like even if you're playing, like, I don't care if people die. You know, like if your healer dies, you're 1 healer. Like, you can't continue the level with that. Like, you need a healer for later levels. Like, maybe you get another one way later, but you need that 1 healer for the other parts. So it's like, you know?
Well, I guess you must just have to decide who to sacrifice, right? You must have to bring some characters along that are like, I'm going to throw them into battle to save my characters I actually want to keep.
Yeah, I guess that's also true. But then at the same time, those units that, like, you're willing to sacrifice suck. And, like, you know, like, they'll die when something hits them, and so they haven't contributed anything to
Well, they've saved
the level.
They've saved your character that you like from being attacked in that turn.
That's true. That's
probably
true.
buys you enough time. Like, using them basically as human shields.
Yeah, but no, the level I'm on right now, like, it wouldn't be an issue if there weren't these, like, there's, like, 4 Wyvern units that charge you, and they're all carrying knights also, right? Because you can pair up. And so, like, they all charge you, and then, like, you can't kill them all in one turn. You can kill, like, a couple of them, and then the 3 that are left over kill all the units that happen to get hit. And then you're screwed for the rest of the thing.
I wish I could offer you a solution.
I know. It's just like keep trying until something goes right is really the solution.
Keep trying until they happen to miss all of them.
Yeah. My birthright one, though, is much better. And really the only reason why is because, like, well, one, I guess Conquest is harder just in general. But birthright you can do, you get, like, challenges, right? Like, you can scout for enemies that you can, like, practice on. Whereas Conquest is, like, the old one is, like, the, not like Sacred Stones, but, like, Blazing Sword, where you just, like, continue down the story path, right? And that's way harder.
Grinding.
There's no grinding. It's way harder that way.
But see, that's why I feel like it's important that you have characters that you sacrifice. Because there's only a finite amount of experience, and you don't want to waste it on characters that are mediocre.
I guess that's true, but, like, in this level, I just bring the units that I feel like will be helpful, you know? And the rest of them just sit down there forever. So if I brought, like, a meat shield, I would also be not bringing, like, someone who could actually maybe do some damage to a unit.
That's fair. I mean, I'm not saying it necessarily makes... Yeah, never mind. I rescind. Because, like, the characters are going to die anyway. It's just a matter of choosing who is the least essential / has the most defense and might stand up to it. This has just turned into, like, a Fire Emblem strategy session today.
But that's why I'm playing on casual. You know? It's just I don't hate myself that much. You know? Like, if I lose one unit I like, and it still managed to get through the level, you know, I don't have to go back because I like that unit.
Yeah, your pride is not so great.
Yeah. You can't actually pick the Phoenix mode on Critical. You can't pick it. Because they're just like, no, I guess. But that's when your unit respawns after a turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's for, like, you really want to play for the story, I guess.
At that point, it's like, why did you buy the game? You could read the story online, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can watch somebody play it.
Yeah.
But then you can, like, you know, you do the supports you like, I guess, or whatever.
Those
I mean,
all
we
online
talked
too,
about
I
this
guarantee
in
it.
our Fire Emblem episode, but I really don't like the support systems of the newer games. Like, I'm glad they brought it back, but I wish that it wasn't, like, so freedom. You know, like, you can do however many supports with whoever you want, and anybody can marry each other. You know, it just doesn't feel as special. Yeah. And, like, you used to be able to get endings that wasn't like they got married.
Yeah.
Which were some good endings were, like, you know, but whatever.
Ah, the good old days.
Back in my day. But have you only been playing Birth by Sleep mostly?
Yeah, so I finished Terra's story in Birth by Sleep. I don't want to talk too much about it, because spoilers. I enjoyed it. It was nice to get back into the world of Kingdom Hearts with something I haven't played a bajillion times. Not that I've played Kingdom Hearts a bajillion, but I have played the first few levels a bajillion times. Also this week, I've written what could scientifically be described as a crap ton of blogs. So if you haven't checked those out already, I'd recommend that you do. There's some good stuff up there. Reviving all the blog series. We've got the final entry, finally, of Watch This, Dad of Light. Which has taken me I watched Dad of Light in full on in August. Maybe not August. Maybe September. But it's the very end of November. But it's done. It's not a summary, so even if you haven't read the other ones, you can jump in. It's more about my general thoughts. I'm coming around a little bit to Emma's video game movies and adaptations, they can be fine. Because Dad of Light was good, except that it's not really an adaptation. It's a story about a video game. So next up, if you haven't read the blog, I'm going to watch the Castlevania Netflix miniseries and see how that goes.
People liked it, I think.
That's what I heard.
Based on what I remember.
I mostly was drawn to it because it is 4 episodes long, and that's about the time commitment that I have right now. I haven't been doing too much video games lately because I got a digital antenna, and now I can watch network television. So I've been playing the video game that is watching Jeopardy.
Living it up.
You betcha. I played the game of where should I put this so that I get all 4 major networks and not just 2 or 3 of them.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a fantastic game.
It's an exciting mini game. Anyway, also on the blog is my latest edition, and again, the long dormant blog series Buzz This, where I take BuzzFeed quizzes about video games. And this one was about which dream daddy you should date. I won't spoil my daddy. Ugh. But Emma, who did you get? Extreme Bro Dad?
Extreme Bro Dad.
And she was not super enthused.
Hey, I'm not a very athletic person, to put it mildly. Or at least, I prefer sports to just, exercise.
Well, maybe you could make him come around to your way of thinking.
Sure. His twins play softball, so...
There we go.
There you go.
And then also, not yesterday, because it's Sunday. Oops. There's a blog up about the video game things that we're thankful for this year. And every year.
Yeah.
But the things that we were thinking of this Thanksgiving, there are many more. But the ones that I could find good memes about. So.
You should tell us your video game things that you are thankful for this year.
Well, I'm thankful for, I included Katamari on the Swing.
Katamari on the Swing? The song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a Katamari on a swing. I was like, what is this? What's this game?
No. Katamari on the Swing, the song. But I'm also thankful for the levels in Katamari where you can get giant. 'Cause there's just nothing more cathartic than that in the video game universe. I'm thankful for having a console again. That's not in the blog post, but I'm thankful for it nonetheless. And I'm thankful for this podcast. It's been so wonderful, Emma, doing this podcast with you this year.
Yeah, wow.
I would not have predicted how much I was going to enjoy it. And it's been really great. So, I'm thankful for Talk This. I really am.
Duh. We're thankful for all you listeners.
We said it at the top. We'll say it at the end. We're thankful for you. Keep listening in. Keep telling your friends to tune in to these episodes of Talk This. Follow us on all of our social media. Check out our website. Our social media is all at Talk This Podcast. Our website is www.talkthispodcast.com.
Yes. No,
I
it's
just had a real moment
gov.
of existential doubt there. Talkthispodcast.com. Do you think that next year we'll be thankful for the show notes that we wrote?
No. Maybe that'll be a New Year's resolution this year.
Like, frankly, it needs to be, because we are probably 20 episodes behind.
Oh, yeah, we definitely are.
So, look for that in a Christmas miracle, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And next week we are doing some games. Wolfenstein 2, and the old game that we picked. Oh, Psychonauts.
I'm glad you remembered, because I didn't.
Psychonauts and Wolfenstein 2, The New Order. So, look forward to some sort of crazy, mind-hopping, Nazi-killing mashup.
And look forward to Existential Dread, my new iPhone game coming soon to the App Store, to Google Play, to the Android Marketplace, wherever apps are sold.
And with that, we hope all of you out there have a great